welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Observer's Everyman crossword, and this is the one being published on the 1st of June 2025, so happy June to you. As ever, I will be publishing this in a week's time, because as far as I know there's still a prize attached to it. I have heard secondhand that there is a prize attached to it, so I can't really, I could stick up some spoilers on the web, but what would be the point? I think everything's set up. I've had a little play with the settings, check, because I only ever come back to this every week, so I have to remember. So I think I'm ready to restart again and go for it. So chef's convenience, caper cider concoction. Well, that's chef's caper. That's an anagram of caper cider. I don't know what that is though. So ride. Disturbances and cues. That's rouse, isn't it? Okay. Oh, in tab, can't I? Forgot. A little child with innocence. Its ear. A little child is ch. Catch his ear. Ch. Ch. What's this again? Recipe. Something. Recipe. Recipe. Card. Okay, I'm there. Insult and obstruct bishop. Bishop would normally be Barb. Yeah, Barbie. Pet project, 1,000 small pianos. Pet is normally favourite, isn't it? 1,000 pet. We're probably looking at a pet, and then a dog or cat or something. Begin with B. Project could be project. 1,000 is G. Small pianos, grands. I don't know. Article, okay, A, on Bonnie Lee and Reformation, major Tudor figure. So just anagram of A, Bonnie Lee, or Bonnie Lee, should I say. Major Tudor figure, well, Tudors are Henry VIII, assuming we're talking about proper Tudors. Anthony, Andy, Elizabeth, Albany, Ebony, Albany. Okay. Algeria's bizarre trappings of power. That's just regalia. Nice. Challenge type of repairman's fee. Challenge type of repairman's fee. Not sure on that one. This is railroad chief to use airtight plan. Railroad chief. Chef, sorry. Railroad chef to use airtight plan. Okay. And the C for, I think that's CH for child, but what's insolence? Lip. Clip its ear. Ah, they are. After least bit, energy droops. I'm giving up, they say. After least bit is the energy droops. No. Insult by returning baked goods. Oh gosh. Pies. Insult. Well, baked goods is going to end in an S, isn't it? Cakes, tarts. Slur. Rolls. No. On to the next one. Spear. Every man makes mistake. Boring dope. Clownish figure. Every man is I or E or me. Makes mistake. Boring dope. Clownish figure. Is that boring dope mean put something into a word for dope? Every man E. Sin is a mistake or nothing coming into mind. Calves losing head. Given a clovery fodder. Is that alpaca? It's not alpaca, elves. Calves. Losing head is elves, but that doesn't give an A. Alarves. I need another letter there. City abutting Atlantic's Caribbean arm. Socialist primarily. Okay, so Caracas. Oh, nice. Good clue. Venezuela's capital. In report, marine movement observed with psychedelic colouring. In reports, marine movement, psychedelic colouring. I don't think it's tie-dye, is it? Tie, marine movement, C. C is to observe. In reports suggests You've got to sound like really. Marine is sea blue. What would that be? Psychedelic colouring though. Sea. Scene. At least sea there. I'm not sure about that. Passage in blogger.com. This must just be but a hidden word, mustn't it? He approved how to use veg peel. Passage in. What's it going to be? Jercom post. He approved. No, maybe not. How to use a veg peel. Gosh. Compost heap. It is a. Okay, that's interesting. Because blogger dot is irrelevant. Nice. Although it's part of the same word, obviously. In introductions, delight, overwhelm. Okay, that's a door. Simple. Reprobate. We enrolled for improvement. Is that just anagram? We enrolled. Enrolled. Yeah, would fit. Reprobate would be a ne'er do well. Ne'er do well. Is that how you spell ne'er do well? I think it is. 2 E's, 3 E's. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to tick them off. 1 securing rank. Rank could be the level you've reached, but it could also be rancid. 1 securing, 1 pins. Not sure. Okay. Note musk flourishing with bull for boneheads. So note, is that note like re and then Elon, Elon's boneheads, skulls, skeletons with bull is the inner, is a B. Okay, well that's gone fairly well on those crosses down the bottom. Railroad, oh that jumped straight to number 3 down, that was nice. So the filled in ones ignored. Railroad chief, and we've got an 8 and a 4. Airtight plan is a railroad chef. Is that just no railroad chef? It could be, couldn't it? Ah, okay. Except there's no P in railroad chef, so maybe it isn't. Well, let's move on. Challenge type of repairman's fee. Type of repairman's fee is challenge. Don't know. Article Bonnie Lee. 4 and 6. Major Tudor figure. Oh, we got 3 Catherines. I'm just thinking about the. Got Elizabeth, Henry VIII, and some of the other Henrys. We've got Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn would be the one. There we go. Got there eventually. Is that Cyan? Cyan, something cyan. C. Something colouring. Right, let's move on to this one again. Pet project. If that's S, snub, bun. Okay, buns. I said rolls, didn't I? Or slur. So I don't know. Anyway, buns. What was this? Baby. Baby. Is that baby? Project. Pet is a baby. Project. 1,000 small pianos are baby. I think 1,000 is a G or a K. Sometimes it can be something different. GK or I can't think what OM. Baby. I can't think what that'd be. Project though. Otherwise, baby gorilla. No. Right. Will the writer with catchy phrase captivate confused pleb in improvement manual? Whew. I mean, I've got no proof that's a C at the moment. Maybe we just need to have a look at this one down here. Sign showing what may go into the cake. Is that going to be kind of like your teeth or something after you've cooked it? Sign. S-E-E. There's not a lot of things. There's only S-E-E, and that doesn't really trigger anything. What am I going to the cake? So maybe C is wrong there. Let's have a look at this then. So, catchy phrase, captivate confused pleb. So I think that means put in an anagram of pleb. So we've got, I'm assuming that P is the, that's not going to be an E, that can only be a B or a L, can't it? For pleb, sorry. In improvement menu, will the writer, well, Will Shakespeare is, will the writer. Okay, let's move on. I've got a few down here. What's that? Flaky person given room to manoeuvre. Acted weird. Okay, acted weird would be something cadet. Space cadet, I think. Room is space, isn't it? Yep. Oh, what have I done there? Space. Oh, it's jumping. Is it? Oh, okay. I need to change my settings. Sorry. I thought I'd changed that. Maybe it's when I reset it. Right. That's why it was jumping on the when I was doing the tabs. Sevens, husband. Anne Boleyn, that's Henry VIII. Increasingly admiring Henry Moore. Haha, very nice. Henry Moore being a sculptor I have heard of, but you can't tell you anything about. So now look at this one. One securing rank is a tier. Tie with a, what is it, ties? One securing is a tie. A rank is a tier. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Not entirely sure. In Charles Somerset, men unable to agree price. So some kind of anagram set menu. Not anagram, hidden word, sorry. I always mix up my sayings there. A sign. So this can be, maybe signs talking about a zodiac sign. So what do we got? We've got Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. I can't think of any short ones. Aries, Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, Leo. Leo, that work? Leo. I don't think so. Virgo, Libra, Scorpion, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Barnacles gather on this vegetable that's sent back. Barnacles gather on this vegetable sent back. So I need a vegetable, 4-letter vegetable. Leek. Barnacles are on the keel, aren't they? Yep. And this one, regrettably, a whip not reaching backside. Regrettably. A whip can be. I'll just have a look, see if there's a hidden word there again. A cat can be a whip. Regrettably, rue. I think a whip. Okay, so I think that's. I think we're finding a synonym for whip or a whip, taking off the last letter. Which my brain has just switched off to what you might call a whip. I mean, it could be a whip round, I suppose. Not sure. Alright, well that's a bit happier, isn't it, overall? What have we got here? I've got as many letters here as I had when I first looked. White. I'm giving out white flags. White flag? After least bit, energy. A wit. Wit, E. Droops is flags. Now, white flags. Okay. This is okay, so I'm going to have to look at the spoonerism that I avoided. Now, sometimes the spoonerism, well, sometimes this clue rhymes with this clue here, but sometimes it can be this clue and this clue. I'm hoping it's a compost heap, something bleep, useful by your side. Spooner's increasingly intrepid seabird that hangs usefully by your side. I think, and 3. Heap, beep. I don't think that's going to be the boy. Bay. Increasingly intrepid. Were 3 little words that begin with B that might fit in a double worder. Can't see it at the moment. Go back here again. Everyman makes mistake. Boring dope. Is that an anagram of dope? I wonder. Boring. Everyman is clownish character. Trying to think what the names of the clowns are that you sometimes come across in these puzzles. Okay. Calves losing heads. Given A. Well. Oh, maybe it's calves losing heads. So no. Calves are. I don't know what a clovery fodder is. Can't think. Okay. Cracks goodbye in reports. Marine movement observed with psychedelic colouring. I really wanted that to be tie-dyes. I mean, that could be dyes. Marine movement, dyes, tie-dyes I think is tie like that. Not sure, tie-dyes. Let's just put a T for tie there. I don't think it's like Thailand. Sign the. What am I going to the cake? Toe. No idea on that one at the moment. Oh, where's my cross gone? I was doing the crosses, wasn't I? Bum, bum, bum. This one would be note musks flourishing with bull for boneheads. I'm not sure boneheads is just a B in there, in which case notes do re mi fa sol la ti musks flourish. Note musks. I wonder if that's just an anagram of that, but then where's the L coming from in keel? Musks. Skull. Something kind of skulls, isn't it? Numbskulls. Okay. I don't quite know what that's. Numbskulls are boneheads. I'll go with that. Which is an anagram of musk with bun with bull. Okay. And N for note, I think. Wow. Okay, what's this? A lass or something? Regrettably is a lass, isn't it? A lash. Yep, a lash is a whip. Okay. This must be. Will the road to catch raise pleb in improvement manual? Some kind of book, I'd have thought. Which means that's Captain Cook or something over there, isn't it? Got a lot of cook clues today. Railroad chef, yeah, that's a cook. Airtight pan. Ooh. It's a cook and book. That's the pairing, isn't it? Self-help book would be a form. Would be fitting the things. That is probably tie-dyes, I think. That's alfalfa. That was what I was trying to get to when I said alpaca. I meant alfalfa. Similar words in my my brain place, but not quite the same. So what's self-help book? Self-help book. I don't even know. Pleb is obviously an anagram of that. Catchy phrase is a hook. Will the writer. Elf. Will what's his name? I don't think so. Right, getting there slowly. Is that baby? I can't be pianos, can it? Although I want to put pianos in there. Baby grands, I think that is. Project. Pep project grands. I think they're baby grands. Small pianos are baby grands. A pet project is your baby, I suppose. Yeah. I died. let's just make it work. Tied-eyed. Tie-dyed. Tide-eyed, yeah, the tide was eyed. That's the sound like a marine movement observed. So the marine movement is a tide, and observed is eyed. Yeah, okay, got it right. The crab. Okay, cancel the crab, I think that is. What am I going to the cake? The crab. Shy. Well, cancel the crab is one of the signs. What am I going to the cake? It can't be the crab, can it be? The crab cakes? Crab cake maybe. What's this? A bag? Big. increasingly intrepid seabird that hangs by the side. Must be a bag of some sort, mustn't it? Increasingly intrepid seabird that hangs by your side. Whoa. Well, I can't complain too much if I'm right. That I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left, and at the same time I was last week, so that's about really where I want it to be. Challenge type of repairman's fee is a call, challenge, call. You call someone out, call out fee. Okay. Every man makes mistake. Boring, dope, clownish figure. Piero is what I was trying to think of. Would that be correct? Yeah, is to make a mistake. Is every man making a mistake. Boring, dope is pot, I think. So last couple, maybe. Shoulder bag must go across there, mustn't it? He said biffing it. I'm going to have to go through the clues next, which just leaves that to be pressure cook. I think he biffed in the answer. So there we go. I think 280 tells me I've got it all right. So yeah, just over a minute longer than last week, but 2044, actually a minute under, I think. Yeah, 2044. Okay, I'll take that. Not the easiest of puzzles. Let's go through and see if I can actually figure out what's going on. Right, okay, this one was fairly easy. This is the chef's convenience, so the recipe card is convenient for the chef. It's an anagram of caper cider. Concoction is your anagram indicator. An insult, a barb is an insult. To obstruct is to bar, and B for bishop. Okay, we're doing okay so far. Right, after the least bit, so the least bit is the wit, W-H-I-T. Energy is an E, and then droops is flags. And I'm giving up, they say. White flags. Okay, you wave a white flag to I'm giving up. They say white flags. Okay, well, that's what's going on, I think. To insult someone is to snub them. Baked goods backwards. Returning baked goods are buns coming backwards. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, the spinnerism. Right, shoulder bag. Boulder sag. Boulder sag. Okay, boulder as in increasingly intrepid. You're being bold. So boulder is increasingly intrepid. Seabird is boulder shag. Is that right? Ah, boulder shag. Okay, shag is a seabird, isn't it? Boulder shag, which becomes a spinnerism of shoulder bag, something that hangs by your side. Piero is the name of a clownish character. Fortunately, I just managed to remember that. Every man makes mistakes, so every man in the sense of he's written the puzzle is I. To make a mistake is to boring is saying it goes into, and dope is pot. So yeah, Piero. Calves, what we got? Oh, calves, so two calves. Calf, which is lose their heads is alf, and then given an A is in the clue, gives you alfalfa, which is a clovery fodder. I like this one. So we've got the trademark primarily clue here. The city of Caracas, which is Venezuela's capital. So primarily is saying it's an acrostic of city abutting roaring Atlantics, Caribbean arm, socialist primarily. So yeah, an acrostic. In reports is saying there's a sound like of marine movement. So marine movement is the tide. Observed is eyed. So tide-eyed becomes tie-dyed as a psychedelic colouring. That's when you kind of knot up a t-shirt or whatever, stick it in some dye and it comes out with these kind of colours, dyed colours with some white spots and some big dye. Right, passage in is telling us there's a hidden word across blogger.com post here proof. So slight clever little misdirection here by putting blogger.com, because blogger.com is still really the same word, so it starts in com with a com and then goes through post and goes into here proved. And compost heap is how to use vegetable peel, I suppose. So yeah. What do we got? In introductions, okay, we've got another acrostic here. Delight, overwhelm, or entrance. Hang on. Okay, the introduction is delight. Oh, I misread that actually. In introduction, so delight is D, overwhelm is O, and then put or on the end gives you a door, which is an entrance. So not quite an acrostic. And reprobate is a ne'er-do-well, so there's normally there's an apostrophe there for never do well, which I believe is an anagram of we enrolled, and for improvement is your anagram indicator. One securing rank. I think a rank is a tier, and one securing is a tire. You know, the person who ties it up is the tire. So tier for rank. Double definition. N for note, I think, and then we've got an anagram of musks, M-U-S-K-S, going around, bull, B-U-L-L, and that gives you boneheads who are flourishing is your anagram indicator. Boneheads are numbskulls. Disturbances are rows, cues are rows. Another double definition. A little child is a C for child. I've not really seen that. I've seen CH for child, but anyway. Insolence is lip. You give someone lip, so you give them a clip round the ear. Not sure we're allowed to do that in the modern world, but as a crossword, I think it's okay to do. The railroad. What we've got? Railroad chef. To use airtight plan. Airtight pan, sorry. I kept reading that as plan. It's a pan. So yeah, the pressure cook is. I've got to think. Well, the pressure cooker is definitely a thing you put things into to cook them, and it's airtight. The chef is the cook. Railroad pressure. If you railroad someone into doing something, you put pressure on them. So yeah, that kind of railroad. A challenge. If you challenge someone, you call them out. And a type of repairman's fee. Well, yeah, if you call a repairman out in the middle of the night, they'll have a call out fee. Algeria is an anagram of regalia. Bizarre is your anagram indicator, and the trappings of power are regalia. A is an article, so start off with an article of A and then put it on top of an anagram of Bonnie Lee, which is indicated by reformation or reformation in this case, but reformation, and Anne Boleyn was a major Tudor figure. Your pet project is your baby. It's my baby, it's your baby, and grand is 1,000. S for small. There. S for small gives you baby grands, which are types of piano. We've got the rhyming pair of pressure cook and self-help book, so that's the other trademark from Everyman. Along with actually this week we've got a Caracas, yet another city, but there's a lot of cities in. So what have we got here? Will Self. So Will Self is a writer. I see him occasionally in the newspaper. I don't really know anything, but what he does is more of I think he's like a satirical or philosophical or something. He writes art columns and things, and books, I'm sure. Self. Catchy phrase is a hook. Captivating, confused plebs. I've got an anagram of pleb, E-L-P-B, going in the hook. So captivated by hook, which is a catchy phrase. And Will Self, the writer, gives you a self-help book, which is an improvement manual. A flaky person is a space cadet. If you give someone room, then you give them space, and then to give room to manoeuvre is to give them space. Sorry. Acted is an anagram of cadet, as indicated by weird. And space cadet is a flaky person, just to reiterate. Seven's husband, so 7 down is Anne Boleyn. So her husband for a while was Henry VIII. So Henry starts us off. Increasingly is more, M-O-R-E, omitting an extra O for love. So love in tennis is 0 points scored. Gives you Henry Moore, who's a famous sculptor. He's so famous, sculptor. He's famous enough that I have heard of him. So couldn't tell you anything about him. If I were guessing, I would say he was a sculptor from last century, so in the 1900s. Probably somewhere around 1940, but I have no idea really. In parts of, I think it's saying there's another hidden word coming up, which is going across Somerset men unable, which is set menu, and the set menu is a meal at an agreed price. Sign showing what may go into the cake. Well, I'm not sure about this. I mean, this could be wrong, I suppose, but Cancer the crab is one of the signs of the zodiac. Showing what may go into the cake. Momentary pause. Oh, Sorry about that. I've scrolled off somehow. Where am I there? Just check I'm still on properly. Yep, good. Well, I'm a little bit confused about this one. Sign. I think counts the crab as a sign. What may go into the cake? Well, if you're making fish cakes, you put fishy things in it, so you might put crab in that. I'm not convinced. I mean, it says the cake. I mean, I don't like the fact that my answer's got a the to begin it, but I can't think when it's 3 letters with a T and an E. I can't think what else it's going to be there. Go into the cake, the crab. Yeah, not sure about that. I mean, it's possible I've got that wrong, but I don't. I think that's what it is. I think the answer's right. I don't understand it. Maybe if you know, let me know down in the comments. What's the next clue? So we're there, aren't we? Right, barnacles gather on this. Barnacles gather on the keel, and a leak is being sent backwards. So yeah, read it upwards, you get leak. And finally, regrettably, is alas. We've got A in the clue, and then a whip or two whip is to lash. But not reaching backside, so take the H off of lash gives you alas. So there we go, all done, 2044. This is the time I like to do them, so no complaints from me. Thanks for watching.